Hey guys, how you doing? Hope that you are having a good night. It is Tuesday night. I don't have my watch on, but we are going to do just a quick review, spoiler discussion of Stephen King from You Like It Darker. I just got finished reading the short story in here, Finn. This is a collection of short stories. So yeah, I just got done reading Finn and wanted to talk about it. I will let you know that as I went up to bed, I started reading my Archie comic. Start with that for some light reading, read in there a little bit, and then we moved on to Stephen King, You Like It Darker. Still working my way through this. And enjoying it very much. So yeah, I just read Finn. If you have read Finn and you remember Finn from You Like It Darker, let me know down in the comments if you liked it or not. I will let you know, I'm gonna go over some spoilers in this, but before we get into spoilers, I will just say this is a 26-page short story, so it is pretty short. It is kind of in the middle of the book, but this is it. That's the 26 pages there. So this is a shorter one called Finn, and I'll give you just the premise of this story, and I'll let you know I really enjoyed this for a short story. It was dark, but I really enjoyed it. Really got to like this character in the 26 pages that we had of him. So yeah, I'll let you know that. I'm gonna give this a rating. At this time, I'll give this a 9 out of 10. I just finished reading it. And yeah, I enjoyed it for a short story. It's very Stephen King. Yeah, but I'll let you know I liked it. I would recommend it. Let me know what you think if you've read it down in the comments. But yeah, as far as the premise of this, it follows Finn, a guy who has had bad luck all of his life. Talks about how he was dropped when he was a baby. He was dropped onto the ground, suffered some injuries. He was almost struck by lightning, suffered some injuries from that. He lost, I think, one of his toes from a fireworks injury when he was young. Broke his arm in the playground when he was, I think he was told to go play on the monkey bars or something, and that wasn't his thing. He liked the slide, or the twisty as they call it. Broke his arm there. So he's always had bad luck. It talks about in the story how his grandmother would always say if you had bad luck, you'd have good luck. 2 times would follow that. So kind of how they work together and kind of the karma piece of things. But yeah, so just a guy, just bad luck throughout, and turns out he has bad luck. That's kind of the premise of the story. I think he's going home, headed home, running home, and he bumps into this other gentleman. I think they both fall down. The one gets up, runs off. Finn gets back up, and then he is kidnapped. And I'll just kind of leave it at that. And before I get into spoilers, so at this moment on, we'll go ahead and discuss some spoilers. So just be aware of that. So he is kidnapped by, I think, 2 guys, Doc, and I forget the other guy's name, but 2 shady characters kidnap him, and it's a case of mistaken identity. They're going after the other guy that Finn ended up running into, but again, Finn has bad luck, so the mistaken identity, they take him back to their little hideout, and to kind of the kingpin behind the whole thing. I think his name was Ludlum, Mr. Ludlum, was kind of the kingpin of the operation, and they are interrogating him, they're torturing him as he is being held, doing different things, or he can't sleep, they're playing loud music like every 20 minutes, just doing all different sorts of torture to him, and they want him to be able to answer all their questions that they have about I won't even get into that, but some different things that Finn has no idea of, because again, they have the wrong guy, and he tries to explain that. They don't believe him. They end up basically waterboarding him. I think that's what it is, where he's almost drowning. And I think at that point, he's almost wanting to be dead at that point because he's not enjoying being tortured. He can't give them what they're looking for. So yeah, you're kind of really feeling for him. And I was pulling for him at that point. And then you get to learn that Mr. Ludlum is maybe not all there. Like, yeah, he's not all there. He's got some issues going on, not all together with it. Anyways, I think it's they say to Finn, or he says to Finn, if you can name 3 Elvis songs, we'll get you a nice breakfast, eggs and mushrooms, and because Finn at this time he's been very hungry because he hasn't eaten. And I think Finn does name the 3 Elvis songs, and so he's going to get his breakfast. Right as he's about to get his breakfast and get some satisfaction and get some food in him, be happy with that, the 2 guys that we came to know as kind of like the guys that are helping Mr. Ludlum, take him and they kind of kidnap him again. They bring him out to a van, they put a bag over his head, and he's being kidnapped all over again. We learn that some of Ludlum's guys have left him. They don't agree with everything that he's doing. They're understanding that he's not all there any longer. So they kind of kidnap Finn again, and at that point we don't know what's going to happen with Finn. Don't know if they're going to try and get ransom for him, or what's going to happen. They're going to take him out somewhere and just off him. We don't know. But it turns out and again, spoilers here, so turn off if you don't want spoilers, but they take him back home. That's a 2-hour or so drive from where they were. They take him back home. They give him, I think, $40,000. They stuff it in his clothes, so he's got it, and they wish him well. And I think one of them ask for prayers, just because they've done a lot of bad things. And so they let him go. He's back home. He's walking back home. He's thinking about if they've been thinking about him since he's been gone. And instead of going right home, he goes back to his safe place when he was a kid, which was the playground and his twisty, again, the slide. That was his thing when he was a kid. And I think if I remember right, he would crawl up the slide from the bottom up to the top, just climbing up the slide, and that was his thing, the twisty. And so he goes and he does that again as an adult. And there's some other folks at the park, and they're watching him. And then he gets to thinking about wondering if he is still alive or if he's dead. And this is just a creation in his mind at this point. Or if he's still being held, like he doesn't know what's real and what is not real. So he doesn't know if he's dead. He doesn't know if he's in a coma. He could still be in a coma from one of the things that happened earlier in his life. He doesn't know. He's questioning that. And as he slides down the slide, I think he says something to the effect of Elvis has left the building. And that's when the story ends. So we don't know if he makes it to the bottom of the slide or not. We don't know if what has just happened to him is real or if it is not, or if it's just his consciousness that he's in, either dead or in a coma. We don't know. And King leaves it up to the reader, I think, to make that decision. I don't think in the reading that it tells you one way or the other. But I think for me, I think that he does make it to the bottom of the slide. I think that the whole kidnapping thing, I think that did happen. I think he was tortured, and just he has bad luck, and then the good luck follows. And he had good luck in that he got this money, that they gave him this money, and that they let him live. Following his bad luck of them taking the wrong guy. So yeah, I think that that did happen. I don't think he's in a coma or that he's dead. I think that he did make it out, went through a very traumatic thing, and went to the playground because that was kind of his safe spot, and it's near his home. So that's my thoughts anyways. I really enjoyed this one for a 26-page story. Again, it's not very long. I finished this in just a day or two of just a little bit of reading each day, but I did really enjoy it, and I got to really enjoy that character, and again, sympathized with him or empathized with him just from the bad luck that he was having, and I just can't imagine, like, the case of mistaken identity, you get kidnapped when they're going after another guy, and like, that's just awful. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. So let me know your thoughts. If you've read Finn from You Like It Darker, what your thoughts were, if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you think that he made it to the bottom of the slide or not. But yeah, I really enjoyed that one. So with that, we'll let you go, and we'll talk soon. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more like this, please subscribe. There should be a button right over there. With that, take care. We'll talk soon.